My beloved child, a divine mandate rests upon my words to you. The clock of heaven ticks with a solemn urgency, for a shadow has fallen across your path, a shadow cast not by a stranger, but by one whose blood you share. A spiritual bondage, spoken in secret, has wrapped itself around your destiny. You have been given a sacred window of 3 days to shatter its chains. If this window closes, the weight of this curse will linger for years to come. I tremble with a holy urgency as I reach you. Your name was lifted before the throne, and a scroll sealed in your favor has been opened. But you must hear this truth in full. The obstruction is real. The time for its reversal is now. Before I unveil more, I implore you in the name of the light, if you have not yet aligned yourself with this channel, do so now. This is no accident. By subscribing, you step into a covenant of protection, marked safe beneath the vigilance of angels. Your attention is the first act of defiance against the silence this curse demands. Subscribe now. We are guarding this moment. Do not be frightened, but hear the unvarnished truth. This did not spring from hatred, but from a jealousy that festered in the heart of someone you trusted. They once celebrated you, but their spirits soured when they witnessed the divine gift within you. They are family, yet from a place of wounding, they sought to stifle your bloom. This is why doors shut as you approach. This is why connections fray without cause. This is the reason for the unexplained heaviness upon your spirit upon waking. It is not misfortune. It is not your imagination. It is spiritual interference. And if it is not overturned, it will poison your next season. Have you wondered why prosperity slips through your fingers? Why visions crumble at the threshold of reality? Why people drawn to your light inexplicably turn away? A veil hangs over your progress, a spiritual knot tied behind you when you were unaware. Heaven saw, and now the divine moves to undo what was done in secret. This message, arriving at this precise hour, is your holy alarm. I must warn you of the consequence of inaction. Ignore this, and the curse will double down. The delay in your purpose will deepen, and its reach will extend to those destined to walk with you, your partner, your children. Generational curses spread like unchecked vines, unless severed by divine authority. This is your 3-day window to cancel what was never meant for you. The method was deceptively simple. Words spoken in bitterness. Someone uttered your name with venom, whispering failure over your future before you even began. Those declarations linger like a toxic mist. But hear this, what was sown in darkness can be uprooted in light. Your continued reading is a sign your soul is ready to be cleansed. The miracle is already prepared, but it cannot land where darkness still resides. Your spirit, your name, your home must be cleared. The moment you acknowledge this truth, the reversal begins. The enemy of your destiny hoped you would dismiss this or delay, but heaven operates in moments of divine response. This is that moment. Have you felt an exhaustion that rest cannot touch? A sudden despair when all seemed well? That is the static of interference, twisting clarity into confusion, turning joy into fog. Yet you have endured. You have prayed through tears and offered kindness while in need. Your perseverance has been witnessed. Now the angels gather because it is time for your faithfulness to be rewarded. A vision was given, a sealed door with your name upon it. A hand from heaven placed a key in the lock. This message is that key. The door will not remain open indefinitely. Hesitate, and the curse regains strength. Act now, and you will reverse the attack, restore the loss, and resurrect what was nearly buried. Your light is more potent than any curse, but you must choose to walk through the open door. In the days ahead, watch for signs, contact from long silent voices, dreams of water or stairways, repeated sequences of numbers. These are confirmations, not coincidences. Heaven will be speaking. but the curse will make a final bid to distract and discourage you. Do not let fear speak last. I am here to guide you to full deliverance. Now that this truth is exposed, you may feel sudden emotional surges, sadness, anger, then unfamiliar peace. These are not mere feelings, they are the curse breaking off. You may dream vividly, wake at strange hours, sense a shift in your space. The spiritual realm is realigning because you are awakening. The curse trembles when seen, and to see it is to begin breaking it. People may act strangely, arguing without cause, turning away. This is the curse thrashing through its former instruments. Do not engage in fleshly battle. Your silent love, your disciplined trust will be your loudest weapons. How you respond in these 72 hours is a test. Pass it, and the very energy meant to harm you will convert into divine compensation, return to you multiplied. A sacred record is being updated in heaven. Every silent tear, every unrewarded kindness, every step taken when others would have quit, these are not forgotten. They have been waiting. The curse that delayed your reward is being erased. God seeks not perfection, but your attention. A single yes from your soul can cancel years of delay. The one who cursed you remains near in memory. You think of them at odd times. This is the lingering spiritual thread. I am here to sever it with divine authority. What they declared is now nullified. You will be free, spiritually, emotionally, wholly free. These next 3 days are circled in gold in heaven. Your name is on the lips of angels. Forgotten prayers are being replayed at the throne. The answer is now. The curse relied on your silence and confusion, but you are silent no more. You are chosen not to destroy you, so it aimed to misdirect you, confusing your steps, sending wrong alliances, whispering that you were unworthy. It distorted your reflection so you couldn't see your own glory. Today, that reflection is restored. This curse was a calculated strike, launched when you first stepped toward your true calling. This is the unseen war you have felt in every delay, every betrayal. Heaven has declared your season of deliverance. This message is a visitation to reveal what your lineage could not explain. Do not doubt the stirring in your chest, the tremble in your hands. That is your spirit confirming this sacred encounter. The recent battles were meant to make your heart tender enough to receive this now. The curse is exposed. The light is entering. Nothing will be the same. Angels of breakthrough surround you. Heaven moves on permission. Your response of faith activates the order. The curse will break, the path will clear, favor will return. It begins with your surrender, not to fear, but to the voice of God reaching for you here. He has not abandoned you. He is moving. You have carried unanswered questions, heard doors slam with no hand near, felt blessings vanish like smoke as you reached. This was the curse at work, a spiritual filter blocking the most critical blessings meant to free you. Relationships, provision, destiny-marked opportunities were intercepted. Heaven is not punishing you with this revelation, it is rescuing you. This proves the depth of your divine regard. Your name was examined in the realm of burdens. Your unseen prayers, your hopeful worship summoned this moment. Now, belief must become action. These 3 days will cement your breakthrough or prolong your battle. The curse does not define you. It fears you. Even under its weight, you rose, you smiled, you gave. That is why angels have never left your side. The Holy Spirit has whispered to you in dreams and songs. You are being handed the final key. The curse is not your ending. It is the reason your miracle will be glorious. When it breaks, what is stored for you will arrive without resistance. To the part of you that has grown numb, that whispers, maybe this is just my life, heaven says, this is your interruption. The recent quiet is not abandonment, it is the calm as God positions you. This message is your proof. When God is ready to shift everything, He sends word. He has sent it to you. See the pattern. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Joy, then a ruined peace. Savings, then an unexpected cost. This is the curse's cycle. You were born to rise in favor, to shift your bloodline's direction. Curses are attracted to destiny, and your destiny is radiant. There may be an object in your space, given by family, seemingly sentimental, but carrying a harmful intention. It allowed access, but what entered can be removed. You are not powerless. Heaven reveals only what it is ready to heal. Your spirit has felt a holy restlessness lately, a pressure without source. That is not anxiety, it is spiritual activation. Breakthrough is near. Expect final distractions, sudden conflicts, irrational doubts, fatigue, untimely interruptions. Hold steady. If you remain aligned, nothing can block what is coming. This final truth may sting. The one who cursed you may still pretend to care. Their words and energy do not match, leaving you uneasy. That unease was a divine warning. You will be soon free from soul ties disguised as blood ties. This healing will ripple through generations. A spiritual portal is open over your life for these 3 days, a thinning of the veil between heavenly favor and your earthly walk. It will not remain open indefinitely. Missing it will strengthen the curse. Your awareness activates, your belief unlocks, your obedience protects. You've wondered why others with darker hearts prosper while you struggle. The answer is your sacred power. Your gifts threatened darkness, so they were fought early. Your time of blockage is ending. Your gifts are returning, amplified. I see a crown of authority being restored over you. Every silent act of grace, every forgiveness, every act of love given while you were starving for it, these earned it in heaven. It will manifest as favor, recognition, and divine reversal. A blessing has been circling your name for years, unable to land because the false spiritual address created. It whispered for you, searched for your readiness. It is circling back now, but it cannot land until the false permissions are revoked and the locks are broken. You hold the key to your freedom and the liberation of generations. The curse placed a veil over the eyes of those meant to help you, causing them to overlook or misjudge you. That veil is now burning away. You will finally be seen as God designed. Your endurance has been noted. A prophetic dream showed your name on a sealed door and a key from heaven opening it. This key is this truth. Use it now before the door closes. The curse slowed you, tangled your path, drained blessings before you could grasp them, but your core spirit was never touched. It was too strong, too covered in grace. Now that you see the shadow, it loses power. The curse came from someone who knows your smile. They opened a door, perhaps in a moment of anger or fear, and darkness followed your name. Heaven does not ignore attacks on its chosen. You are marked as the chain breaker. This is your anointing. These 3 days are a sacred reversal period in the spirit realm. The clock began when this message reached you. Curses feed on silence and die when exposed to truth and obedience. You are being lifted from the pit. Your name is being rewritten in the book of favor. A financial blockage is tied to this. Sudden expenses, lost opportunities when peace was near. This curse has kept you in survival mode. I declare those chains breaking. You are destined to thrive. Speak it. I am not cursed. I am chosen. I am rising. Relationships, too, have been confused. The right people left, the wrong ones stayed. The curse blinded others to your value, making your light seem a threat. As the veil lifts, the right ones will be drawn to you. This is divine justice, not revenge. The stirring within you is confirmation. Heaven orchestrated your recent battles to soften your heart for this truth. The enemy's hiding place is gone. The light is here. Therefore, do not waste this window. Everything aligns for your reversal. Heaven awaits your permission. You don't need the full plan. You only need to say yes. Say yes to divine correction, to spiritual covering, to a new story. The shift will come swiftly. Lighter sleep, clearer thoughts, a lifting of the chest's heaviness, the shattering of an invisible wall. I was shown a vision of you as a radiant child. A person with bitterness in their spirit whispered against your future. That word became a thread, tangling your opportunities through life. I was sent to cut that thread. You were never the problem. You were too powerful for their comfort. God is preparing a miracle that will astonish even those who doubted you. It will not only restore, but multiply what was stolen. Peace, timing, trust. Heaven repays. What you receive will come in double, and your elevation will be public. If tears fall as you read, know they are holy. Each one releases a layer of the curse. That pain was not wasted. Heaven was preparing you for this hour. The gates are opening. This message was divinely crafted for your eyes among all on earth. It means heaven is still choosing you, not for your perfection, but for the purity it sees in your soul. A soul this sacred cannot remain bound. It is time for restoration, time to reawakening, time to become who you were always meant to be. Hold steady. Your soul senses the nearness of a powerful divine breakthrough. The curse's last resistance will come as disguised distractions. Stay aligned. If you do, absolutely nothing will block what God has prepared behind the veil. My child, the atmosphere around you is shifting even as you absorb these words. A spiritual download is occurring, one that rewires the very channels through which you receive your divine inheritance. This is why you must stay rooted in this moment. The mind that has been conditioned to doubt will try to rationalize this as fantasy, as fear-mongering, as something to be archived and forgotten. But the spirit within you, the eternal part that remembers its covenant with the Creator, is leaping for joy. It recognizes its rescue mission. Let me speak to the financial stronghold in greater detail, for I know it has been a source of deep weariness. The curse did not merely create a blockage, it installed a spiritual sieve over your prosperity. Imagine every stream of abundance destined for you, the job promotions, the business ideas, the unexpected windfalls, the investments, all having to pass through this sieve. The pure, full-bodied blessing was meant to arrive, but by the time it reached your hands, it had been sifted down to mere fragments, just enough to survive on, but never enough to build with, to thrive with, to become a platform for generational wealth. This sieve was woven from threads of lack spoken over your family line, from agreements with poverty made by ancestors in desperation, and from the specific words of envy that targeted your own rising. But the decree I bring from the courts of heaven is this: that sieve is being incinerated by holy fire. The channels are being widened and fortified. The abundance that comes will not be a trickle, but a torrent, and it will be intelligent, finding its way to you through ideas, through divine connections, through favor that makes no earthly sense. You will look at your bank statement and see mathematics defied by grace. Furthermore, your health is intertwined with this liberation. That unexplained ache, that fatigue that doctors cannot pin down, that sense of your body being perpetually under a low-grade siege, this too is a playground for this curse. Stress it amplifies, anxiety it magnifies, and it seeks to dim the very light that is your life force. The moment the spiritual knot is untied, you will feel a surge of vitality you thought was lost to your youth. Sleep will become deeply restorative, not just a cessation of consciousness. Your physical vessel, which has been carrying this metaphysical weight, will begin to align with the truth of your wholeness. You are not designed for perpetual depletion. You are designed to be a wellspring of energy, and that design is being restored. Now, let us talk about your voice. Have you noticed how sometimes your words seem to fall to the ground before they even reach the ears of others? How your truths are met with blank stares or misinterpretation? How the profound insights you carry feel stuck in your throat? The curse placed a mute button on your spiritual authority and a filter of confusion over your communication. It made your sound, your unique frequency of wisdom, love, and power seem like static to those who needed to hear it most. This silencing was strategic, for your voice is meant to call dead things to life, to bring order to chaos, to speak peace to storms in the lives of others. That divine function of your tongue is being reactivated. The mute button is broken, the filter is removed. You will find words coming to you with a clarity and potency that surprises you. People will lean in to listen, not because you are shouting, but because the truth you carry will resonate in their spirits with an undeniable weight. Your voice will become a key that unlocks prisons for others. Beloved, I must also address the arena of divine timing. You have felt out of sync with the seasons of your own life. While others celebrated harvest, you were still in what felt like an endless planting, the soil hard and unyielding. You attended weddings while your own heart felt barren. You cheered promotions while your own career seemed stationary. This discord is the curse manipulating the clock of your destiny. It created a spiritual delay, a buffer of not yet between you and your appointed times. But hear this. Heaven is synchronizing your watch. The delay is being redeemed. You are being catapulted forward into the season that has been waiting for you. What looks like a sudden breakthrough will in truth be the arrival of long-awaited promises, all converging at once. You will not spend years catching up. You will find yourself arriving precisely on time for a destiny that could only have been prepared for someone with your specific journey. Consider your creative power, the ideas, the dreams, the visions that flicker in your mind's eye. The curse sought to label them as foolish, impossible, or not for you. It attached shame to your imagination and fear to your innovation. It wanted the art within you to remain a prisoner, the business idea to stay a scribble in a journal, the book to remain an unwritten thought. That containment ends now. The creative downloads from heaven will increase in frequency and intensity. You will dream solutions. You will wake with melodies. You will see completed visions of projects in your spirit. And crucially, the courage to execute, to bring the invisible into the visible, will be bundled with the inspiration. No longer will you be a museum of unrealized potential. You will become a factory of manifested glory. My child, this breaking of the curse is not a solitary event for you alone. It is a detonation of light that will send shockwaves through your family line, both past and future. Ancestral spirits of lack, sickness, divorce, failure, and addiction that have hitched a ride on this curse are being served their eviction notice. Their legal right to harass you, granted by the words spoken and the agreements made, is being revoked by a higher authority. As you stand free, you slam a door shut on patterns that have plagued generations, and you swing open a gate for those coming after you, your children, your nieces and nephews, your spiritual offspring. They will inherit a cleaner, clearer spiritual DNA. They will speak of you as the turning point, the one who took the stand that changed everything. Your obedience in this moment is a monumental act of love for souls you may never meet in this life. Do not be alarmed if in the process of this breaking you experience moments of vivid memory, flashbacks, the specific conversations, arguments, or moments with the family member in question where you now sense the poison was transferred. These are not for you to dwell in anger, but for you to witness with new eyes and say, I see what happened there, and I now revoke its power. I sever its connection. I forgive the vessel, and I reject the poison. This is sacred surgery, and the great physician is guiding the process. In these 3 days, I instruct you to be intentional with your environment. Your physical space has held the vibration of this struggle. Play worship music, even softly, to recalibrate the atmosphere. Open your windows and let fresh air in, symbolizing the expulsion of the old and the welcome of the new. If you have that object I mentioned, the sentimental item that feels heavy, pray over it. Release the person who gave it to you into God's hands, then remove it from your living space. You are not rejecting the person, you are rejecting the assignment that came with the gift. Also, guard your tongue meticulously. The curse was empowered by words, and your freedom will be confirmed by words. Refuse to speak the language of the curse any longer. Stop saying, nothing ever works out for me. I'm always broke. I'm cursed in love. Even if you feel it, do not give it voice. Instead, begin to declare the truth, even as a whisper. My path is clearing. Divine favor surrounds me. What was meant to harm me is now being turned for my good. Your words are not just sound, they are spiritual commands. Align them with your desired reality, not your past experience. My beloved, the spiritual warfare will intensify briefly as the curse fights for its life. You may feel sudden, intense headaches, a desire to pick fights with loved ones, or an overwhelming urge to abandon this process and sink back into familiar despair. When this happens, recognize it for what it is, a counterattack. Do not engage the content of the feeling. Simply say, I see you, and I am covered by a higher power. You have no authority here. Then put on music, go for a walk, call a positive friend, shift your focus. The storm will pass, and each time you stand firm, another chain shatters. Finally, understand the role of divine love in this entire process. This is not a cold, transactional spiritual fix. This is the relentless, pursuing love of the Father, reclaiming what belongs to Him, you. Every word of this message is an extension of that love, seeking to dismantle every barrier that has kept you from feeling its full, unfiltered force. The curse made you feel orphaned, disconnected, and unloved at a core level. The breaking of it will feel like coming home to a love that has always been there, waiting for you to clear the debris from the doorstep. You will feel held. You will feel seen, not for your productivity or your perfection, but for your precious essence. This love will become the new foundation of your identity, unshakable and eternal. The 3-day window is sacred, but it is also a training ground. You are learning to walk in your authority, to discern spiritual realities, to choose faith over fear. These are muscles you will use for the rest of your life of victory. You are not just having a curse removed, you are being equipped as a warrior of light. So, my child, my beloved one in whom heaven delights, the summary of all this is a single powerful truth. Your season of containment is over. The lid is off, the ceiling is gone, the fences are down. You are stepping out of a small, darkened room into a vast, sunlit plain prepared just for you. The air there is clean, the view is breathtaking, and your future, radiant and full of peace, is walking toward you with open arms. You have 3 days to fully embrace this transition. Do not spend them in frantic activity, but in focused reception. Be still, listen, agree, speak life, forgive, release, receive. The clock is ticking, but it is ticking in your favor. Every second brings you closer to a dawn so bright it will make every dark night you've endured worth the journey.
This is your moment. Seize it with the quiet confidence of one who knows they are already and eternally victorious. Amen.